Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daingeon. On today's episode, we're going to review the ACER NITRO XV2 gaming monitor. Stick around. Alright guys, we're going to do a live unboxing of this ACER NITRO XV2 monitor today. I was lucky enough to have my friends at ACER send me this monitor to try out for a little bit. I'm going to use it with the PlayStation 5 specifically. This has a couple HDMI 2.1 ports, so let's check it out. So inside the box to start, you got your power cable, you have your HDMI 2.1 cable, comes with a nice heavy-duty monitor stand. All the parts seem to be heavy-duty plastic and some metal. Other cables include DisplayPort, USB, the AC adapter, of course. The packaging is pretty nice, standard styrofoam. Also comes with a USB-C cable. Here's the arm that'll hold the monitor upright on the stand. Looks like it just clips in and then you use the screw at the bottom to go right in, and it even has a handheld attachment so you can twist and tighten the screw yourself. Now let's take a look at this monitor. This one is a 28-inch. I'm typically used to using a 24, but this thing looks nice. It has almost a matte type finish, or satin if you will. It's not super glossy. The ports and the design on the back have a nice triangular theme to it. It shows everything you need listed here: power input, HDMI 1, HDMI 2, DisplayPort, USB, your standard USB, as well as your headphone port. All of the controls are on the left-hand side or right-hand side when you're using it. It uses a small toggle switch and your 4 different buttons for selection. Let's get this thing set up and give it a whirl. Okay guys, I know I mentioned it before, but I want to show you what the ports and inputs look like on the back of the monitor. So this is the ACER, this is the back of it, real nice, kind of like a milled metal finish. Here are your buttons for all of the toggles on the front, which I was showing you. It's got a cool little, I don't know what you would want to call it in particular, but like a circle toggle, kind of like the mirrors on your vehicle, right? Where you can go left, right, up, down, corner, and then it's got 4 other buttons, including the power button that you can kind of rearrange. It has the lock port here. Underneath, you'll see that's exactly where the power port plugs in. And next to that is the first HDMI 2.1, then the second HDMI 2.1, followed by the display port. Once I get past the stand here, you can see, sorry for the shakiness here, you can also see the USB-C port, as well as the USB super speed, USB 3.0, and your headphone plug there, which you can also use or play your music or the content through the external speaker set. Here's the monitor information, as I said before. The XV282K LED backlit, real nice monitor. That's the stand. It's got a little clip there so you can hide your wires the best of your ability. And then this is the power brick plugged into my power station there. So really nice looking unit, not too heavy, easy to carry around or move. So thanks. Okay guys, now let's take a look at the settings the monitor has. You'll see on the right hand bottom corner, you'll have all your several modes for your HDR, your color, your picture, audio, gaming, your OSD, and your system settings. In the picture mode, you can adjust things like brightness, contrast, black boost, the low blue light like I mentioned in the video, ACM, HDR, whether you want it to be HDR 400 or auto, and the super sharpness as well is available. Once you move down to color, it gives you a selection of, it looks like 8 modes, and you can choose based on the content you're gaming with or using or playing or watching, select the appropriate mode. I've been using HDR majority of the time. I have it set up for that. Once you go back into the menu and move down to the color space, it gives you the option to select those Rec 709, HDR, different modes right below that. Then you'll get to your audio selection. This is where you can adjust the volume of the monitor. It has two 2-watt speakers, and I'll show you guys what that sounds like a little bit after this. Once you go into gaming, you have the option to select the overdrive mode, which increases the frames per second or the smoothness of the picture. I've been using extreme and off, just depends on the game. It also has the AMD FreeSync, so you can set that on or off. And then it has the refresh rate number. So like in the top corner of the monitor, if you select this to on, it'll show you right here 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second. And it varies, so depending on what games you play and what the refresh rate is in the game, that number will bounce. And in the last part, you'll see your system settings. Quick run through what's available here with the HDMI ports, DisplayPort, etc. Okay guys, I want to give you a quick example of the speakers and the audio on this thing also, before I forget. Go into the menu here, go down to audio, set the volume to, I'll do 50%, give you an idea. So that's the two 2-watt speakers this Acer monitor puts out. Not a ton of bass, pretty good treble, perfectly fine if you just don't want to wear headphones for a little bit. So thanks for watching that. All right, so this is my home screen of my Mac Mini. Just giving you an idea of what the monitor is like to use, surfing the web, how the colors look. This is using my iPhone to film it. Nice, smooth scroll. When you do, the refresh rate is at 60 on this computer, but it's a nice large image, smooth scrolling, great color, quite a bit of detail in this 4K monitor. The page we're looking at here is the Acer page, which gives you an idea of all of the specifications this monitor allows for, with the PlayStation 5, with the Xbox Series X, the different dynamic color modes. Quite a bit is listed on the website under the specifications tab. So I'll leave that link below. You can check it out. Here's what it's like when we play some 1080p video. The movie I'm showing you here was one of the videos I made for my YouTube channel. Shot in 1080p. Resolution looks great. Here's the monitor and display settings. As you can see, it shows the monitor number coming up. It allows you to select HDR, your refresh rate, and then if you want to orient it. And then finally, this is iMovie. You can get an idea of what the editing space looks like. Tons of room. Being 28-inch monitor, you have corner to corner, plenty of space to work with. All right, guys, here we have it hooked up to the PlayStation 5. So I'm going to go through just the basic startup portion so you get an idea of what it's like just to plug this thing in and go. It's going to first ask to adjust the HDR, so let's go ahead and do that. Make it so it's barely visible here. Keep in mind I have all the lights on in the Daingeon right now, and I'll change that in just a second. Okay, here's the PlayStation home screen. As you can see in the top right corner, it's displaying the 60 frames per second. So you can access that mode on the back here. I have it in the video already, so take a look at that portion so you can see how to turn on the frames per second counter. But we'll go into Warzone to start. Hey Google, turn off every light. All right, now you can tell in the top right corner that it's changed to 120 frames per second. As you know, Warzone, Call of Duty, those games, right now for the PlayStation 5 run at a 4K 120Hz refresh rate. So I'll show you that in the menu system here in just a second. Okay, it's still showing 120 Hz just at the menu, at the main menu. Now we'll go into the PlayStation menu. And you can see, once you go down to screen and video output information, now it's showing 4K, 120 Hz, HDR. Pretty cool little monitor for having that capability. Now let's get some idea of the gameplay when it's 4K 120 HDR. For this later section, I'm going to run you through a few of the video games that I've been playing lately and demoing in most of my videos, so you get an idea of what it's like to game at 120 Hz, 60 Hz, first-person shooters, racing games, and a sports game. So check out this footage and let me know what you think. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed checking out this video of the ACER monitor here. Really nice monitor, 120 frames per second on the PS5. I'll do some other videos in the future if I get a chance. You can get an idea of some of the other games. I don't have a PC that does 144 hertz, so I can't really check that out. But a lot of games look really nice on this. The HDR is really nice on this. 1 millisecond response time is great. 28 inches corner to corner. IPS panel. Multiple hookups, so it's got two HDMI 2.1s in the back. Also a display port, USB-C, USB 3.0, USB 2.0, and an aux input-output. So you can hook up pretty much anything to this. I think I'll have it, I'll put it on my desk and use it as my main monitor until I have to send it back to ACER. But really nice, check it out, ACER NITRO XV monitor. Really is going to suit all of your gaming needs, so make sure you guys check it out. Other than that, I'd like to send a shout out to ACER. Thanks for letting me borrow this. I'm really having a good time with it. I'm hoping they have some other stuff in the pipeline too that I can check out and review for you guys. But once again, thanks for sticking around. I'll have the description and the link to this monitor in the link below. The only other thing that I wanted to mention is that it's about a $900 price point depending on where you buy it. So if you are looking for that competitive monitor and you have the money to spend, this is probably one of the ones you want to check out, most definitely. So thanks again for watching me here on the Daingeon. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more content. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining me.